welcome to Radio Guy Online Evening News. Good evening and welcome to Radio Guy Online Evening News. My name is Adelaide Ofer Obobisa, and in the headlines, the Progressive People's Party has promised to abolish the basic education examination should the party be voted into power in the upcoming 2020 presidential polls. Some political parties in Ghana are complaining bitterly about the 100,000 Ghana cedis filing fee announced by the Electoral Commission. Expansion access to legal education must not compromise quality. 4 domestic workers of Professor Bene charged with murder. The news now in detail. The Progressive People's Party has promised to abolish the Basic Education Certificate Examination, BECE, should the party be voted into power in the upcoming 2020 presidential polls. According to the party's flag bearer, Bridget Jobegnuku, the party will ensure that most Ghanaians are educated to the senior high school level. She also added that Ghana will have a different kind of society where people are more informed and empowered if everybody is educated to the SHS level and at least can read and write. She proposed a regular assessment of schools and their systems of how the teachers are performing before examination becomes the ultimate. Madam Jogbenuku added that the PPP will ensure the compulsory implementation of free, compulsory, universal basic education, FQ, to increase access to education. And to our second story, some political parties in Ghana are complaining bitterly about the 100,000 Ghana cedis filing fee announced by the Electoral Commission. Political parties are expected by the EC to pay 100,000 Ghana cedis and 10,000 Ghana cedis in bankers' drafts by presidential and parliamentary candidates respectively. Setting October 5th to 9th as the filing date, the NDC, PPP, CPP, and PNC have raised concerns about the 100% increment as against the fee for the 2016 general election. The General Secretary of the NDC, Johnson Esiedun Ketia, has however described the action as outrageous and called the EC of setting bad precedents for the country's democracy. Meanwhile, the Deputy Chairman of the Commission, Dr. Eric Bosman Asari, has defended the Commission's decision by saying the value of 50,000 Ghana cedis in 2016 cannot be compared to 50,000 Ghana cedis in 2020. He therefore added that the Commission has not increased its much as the filing fee for presidential aspirants still remains 10,000 Ghana cedis. This, he believes, is the Commission's way to promote a multi-party democracy. And to our fourth story, 4 persons rendering domestic services to senior law lecturer at the University of Ghana, Professor Emmanuel Yao Bene, was allegedly murdered at his home last weekend, have been slapped with charges of murder by the Ghana Police Service. The 4 who were arrested in connection with the murder are Christian Pobi, 32, cleaner; Isaac Botre, 41, houseboy; James Anawomba, 26, cleaner; and Adams Mensa Mansur, 52, gardener. On Saturday, September 12, 2020, news about the apparent death of murder of Professor Bene broke. According to the police, the body of the deceased was found in a room lying in a pool of blood with his hands and legs tied at his Adringano residence. It is further reported that the lecturer was last seen on Thursday, 3 days before his body was discovered. Following this, the domestic workers were arrested as suspects when police commenced investigations into the matter. The 4 appearing in court today, September 16, 2020, have been charged with the murder of their employer. Legal practitioner Ernest Kofi Abochi has said Ghana's quest to reform its legal education must not negatively affect the quality of education. According to him, although proposed reforms by the National Democratic Congress to expand access to professional and legal education is gratifying, it is not the answer to the country's legal education challenges. He charged stakeholders to work around the clock to ensure that, as access is expanded, the students receive the requisite content. He, however, noted that the option of abolishing the law school's entrance exams has been considered in favor of an entrance exam for admission to the bar. And to business. President Akufo-Addo yesterday presented awards to some 3 companies which are operating under his administration's IDIF initiative in recognition of their efforts towards complementing government's vision of creating a Ghana beyond aid. The companies include Ekumfi Foods and Juices Limited, Casa de Ropa, and Petersfield and Ray Group Limited through the National Coordinator of IDIF Secretariat, Mrs. Gifty Ohene Kunedu in Accra. And to international news, Chairman of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has said the military leadership in Mali will be pressurized to hand over to a civilian-led government. Nana Akufo-Addo, after an emergency meeting last Tuesday at Pediasi Lodge, said the crisis cannot be allowed to escalate, hence the deliberate intervention by ECOWAS leaders. He further revealed that ECOWAS is unhappy with the political crisis in Mali and will ensure it is resolved. A military coup in Mali last month expelled former President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta over what the coup makers described as economic hardship. Mali eventually witnessed a series of protests which led to the removal of its president, Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta, on August 18, 2020, by a military junta. The former president faced allegations of corruption and poor management of the economy. And to sports, the African Football Development Initiative has supported Fortune's Soccer Academy with football equipment worth thousands of cedis at Adabaka in Accra. The items included training bibs, football, face masks, training cones, whistles, and many others. According to the staff of AFDI, the gesture was a fulfillment of a promise made to the academy and strongly believes the Creed is committed to seeing many football talents realize their full potential. Tottenham Hotspur are in talks to resign Wales forward Gareth Bale from Real Madrid and are closing in on a deal for his teammate Sergio Reguilon. Bale, 31, left Spurs to join Real for a then world record £85 million in 2013 and has since scored more than 100 goals and won 4 Champions League titles. And in entertainment, Dr. Kwame Owusu-Forjo, popularly known as Dr. UN, was heavily mobbed at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle in Accra. In a video circulating, the unperturbed man who brilliantly scammed some of Ghanaian celebrities was given a presidential treat when he stormed the most busiest place in the capital. Dr. Forjo, over the past week, has become the talk on both social media and in the traditional media for carrying out a fake award scheme which sought to honor great persons like Sarkodie, D. Black, Bella Mundi, and others. Sarkodie and D. Black have both come out boldly to acknowledge the fact that they have been scammed by the fake UN representative. And this draws the curtain down to Radio Guy Online News. But before we take leave of you, a recap of the headlines. The Progressive People's Party has promised to abolish the basic education certificate examination should the party be voted into power in the upcoming 2020 presidential polls. Some political parties in Ghana are complaining bitterly about the 100,000 Ghana cedis filing fee announced by the Electoral Commission. Expansion access to legal education must not compromise quality. 4 domestic workers of Professor Bene charged with murder. My name is Adelaide Ofer Obobisa. Have a good evening and enjoy the rest of our programs.